The Carpenter's Complaint is a poem by Edward Baugh, who is a renowned Jamaican poet, playwright, and educator. Edward Baugh is celebrated as a Jamaican writer and scholar. He was born in Port Royal, Jamaica, and he studied English literature at the University of West Indies, Mona, Jamaica, and later earned his PhD from the University of London. His literary style and themes brought out in his writings are best known for their exploration of Jamaican identity and culture, use of traditional forms with modern twists, conversational tone and everyday language, and focus on social justice, morality, and human relationships. I will do a reading of the poem along with an analysis of this piece. This piece is very popular in English B, or otherwise known as English Literature, in the CSEC curriculum for high school students. So here is The Carpenter's Complaint by Edward Baugh. Now you think that is right, sir? Talk the truth. The man was my friend. I built it. I built the house that him live in. But now that him dead, that maga foot boy him son come say him want a nice job done for the coffin. So him give it to Mr. Bell Navis to make. That big belly crook who don't even know him arse from a chisel. But because him is big shot, because him make big shot coffin, for him coffin must better than mine. Why it hurt me? It hurt me for true. Fix we our next one, Miss Fergie. That man could have knock back him waters, you know, sir. I remember the day in this head CM bar when him drink old brown and coxing into the ground and then stand up straight as a plumb line and keel him felt hat on him head and walk home cool. Them was Waterbird, brother. Funeral, me, sir. That boy have to learn that a man have him pride. But bless me days. Good enough to build the house that him live in, but not good enough to make him coffin. I would have do it for nothing. For nothing! The man was my friend. The maga foot boy. His university turn him fool. I tell you, it burned me. It burned me for true. Now let's get into the analysis of the Carpenter's Complaint. First, let's talk about the themes and the subject matter. The poem, narrated by a Jamaican carpenter, delves into themes of friendship, pride, and class tension. At its heart, it is a lament about betrayal and disrespect. The carpenter who built the house where his now deceased friend lives is hurt that he wasn't chosen to make the friend's coffin. Instead, the task was given to a Mr. Bell Navis, a wealthy but unskilled man, according to the carpenter's opinion. This decision now signifies a shift in respect and appreciation, highlighting the divide between true craftsmanship and the superficial prestige associated with wealth and social standing. The carpenter is hurt, and his hurt stems not only from his exclusion, but from the fact that he would have crafted the coffin for free and out of respect for his friend. This rejection, then, represents not just a loss of work, but a devaluation of his skills, friendship, and his loyalty. Secondly, let's talk about the structure and language of this poem. The poem is written in free verse, capturing the authenticity of the carpenter's voice, using Jamaican Creole to express frustration and betrayal. The conversation tone, enhanced by rhetorical questions such as, "No, you think that is right, sir? Talk the truth," draws the reader into the carpenter's experience. The language is rhythmic and vivid, and phrases like "maga foot boy," which means skinny boy, and "big belly crook" reflects his anger and disdain for the people who disrespected his craft. The poem's conversational style lends it an immediacy as though the carpenter is confiding in the reader, further underscoring the sense of personal injustice he feels. Let's talk about the tone and mood of this poem. The tone is one of anger and disappointment, as well as resentment. The carpenter expresses his disbelief at the situation and indignation over being undervalued by those who knew and benefited from his skills. The mood shaped his feelings. It is bittersweet and tense, and the carpenter mourns the loss of his friend and his respect and is confronted by the harsh reality of the classist and prejudice system. Now let's talk about the symbolism and the irony. The house and the coffin in this poem symbolize both life and death, as well as the contrast between public recognition and private appreciation. The house which the carpenter built for his friend represents their bond and the physical proof of his skill and loyalty. The coffin, however, becomes a symbol of betrayal as the carpenter's final exclusion from his friend's life. The irony is stark. While the carpenter's skills were good enough to build a house for his friend, they are now deemed inadequate for a coffin, a far simpler task. The irony underscores the impact of wealth and status over genuine ability and friendship. For social commentary, Edward Baugh uses the Carpenter's Complaint to critique social hierarchies and the devaluation of skilled labor by those with wealth and power. The character of Mr. Belnavis, who receives the coffin making job due to his status rather than skill, represents the superficial value placed on appearances rather than merit. This unjust preference for big shot figures over true craftsmanship reflects the broader societal tendencies to favor wealth and influence, often at the cost of genuine talent and loyalty. This poem also is a critique of generational shifts in respect, as the carpenter expresses disdain for the younger generation, aka the MAGA foot boy. Now let's talk about pride and identity. Pride is a central element in the carpenter's identity, and his refusal to attend the funeral reflects this. The carpenter's pride in his work and his friendship means he cannot accept the disrespect shown to him. His craft is part of who he is. Being denied the opportunity to make the coffin for his friend is a direct insult to both his skill and his sense of self worth. So, in summary, the carpenter's complaint explores the pain and frustration of a craftsman who feels betrayed and undervalued by those who once depended on him. Through the carpenter's story, Edward Baugh highlights the complexities of friendship, pride, and class while exposing the injustices and hypocrisies often present in society.